So my wedding dream was pretty interesting. Um, I dreamt that I got engaged, or when I started the dream, I was already engaged, but I was only engaged for about a day or two, I think. And um, in real life, my family doesn't really like my boyfriend, and well, that's an understatement. But so in my dream, when we were getting married, of course there was some drama there. But Nate was trying really hard to have my family accept him in the marriage, which is, I mean, it was weird. The whole timing of the dream was odd that we were only engaged for a few days. Um, but eventually, I remember mostly my mom and her husband Ken there. I think, I mean, there's a lot more of my family there, but I don't specifically remember who. And Nate and Ken hugged, and Ken congratulated him and me. My mom looked at me and she was still very upset. It was sad. So in real life, lesson of the day is to not get married until mom's happy. But we decided to have a non-traditional wedding, so we had um, basically a DJ that was doing the music as we were, walking down the aisle. But instead of having like a regular aisle, I guess it was just like normally like you have the people sitting on the sides and then people walking down the middle. This time we had people standing in a pile, and then it's like the people are here, and then the path went from here to like what path? No, in front of them. But this is the back of the room. No, we'll do it this way. Ah, reverse. So we would walk from the front of the room with them, back behind them. They were facing this way. But yeah. Anyway, so it was kind of interesting, and we didn't have like a traditional wedding party at first. Well, it changed, it morphed in my dream, but at first we didn't, and anyone could walk down the aisle, and it frustrated me because like I still wanted it to be kind of special. So as everyone was like walking down the aisle, I was in the front, and I was like, "No, stop! I'm serious. Go back. We're starting over." And I was like, so adamant about it. So we got everyone to like go back, and then all of a sudden we had a wedding party, and the people that were with me, like the bridesmaids or whatever, they were all wearing like really, really colorful fluorescent, like green and orange dresses. It was like whatever. It was kind of like tie dye, but not quite as cheesy. It was just more like rainbowy, and it was really pretty. And they all kind of walk down the aisle, but they all like kind of fast. Like I hate the really slow. Like we're gonna take forever to walk, but they just walk normal pace, and then I did. I was upset originally because Ken was walking with me down the aisle, and I wanted my second dad, Tim. He's technically my legal father. He adopted me when I was young, but that was like when I've been thinking about my marriage, I really wanted him to walk me down the aisle because he's been there most of my life, longer than any of my other father figures. And so the second time, my dad wasn't actually in the wedding at all in the second part of it, and I don't remember why. He might have been there, and I just didn't remember. But I don't remember him being there. And so when I walked down the aisle, I'm pretty sure I walked alone. And then I was wearing a really pretty black dress, and it was long, kind of lacy. It was slim fitting, not like skin tight, but just kind of relaxed fit. And I had a pretty black bracelet that was like, I forget the name of the stone, but I remember getting a necklace that was made of the same thing in Arizona in real life. And sometimes it's magnetic and sometimes it's not. I don't know. If you remember it, you should tell me because I like it and I want to find more like it. And then, as a compromise with my mom, wore a what are those called? The necklaces that the Catholics pray with. My mom's not a Catholic, but she's a Christian and I'm an atheist. So I compromised. Was it like a rosemary? No, that sounds very wrong. Anyway, I wore one of those. It was black. So I went with my black themed wedding. And then Nate was wearing, I think, a suit. It was a pretty, like, dark gray one instead of just black. Which was interesting because you'd think since I was wearing black he would too, but he didn't. And then he had his um, wedding party wearing, I think it was like cream colored shirts, more like beige, I guess, with like the tux vests without the jackets. It was pretty cool. And then I don't remember the ring at all, but I know it wasn't a traditional ring. Um, Ones that like we've been looking at just for fun because we're goofy college kids is like with a sapphire as the main gem and then just diamond, like a diamond on each side of it or whatever. Something with sapphire. And I don't remember there being sapphire in the dream, but again, that could just be me not remembering. Um, so when we the actual like wedding part of it, like there wasn't the traditional like I don't know repeating of the vows or whatever. Basically, we just said we want to be married, and we kissed, and we were married. It was pretty cool. And then I think we were leaving to go to our honeymoon when I remembered that I was still at work and I had to find my girls and bring them home. That was my wedding dream. I really want to find that dress in real life because it was gorgeous. And I kind of want a black wedding dress now that I think about it.